Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something super exciting for all you adventure seekers out there. Meet the Engwe E26, an e-bike that could change the way you explore. Whether you're cruising through city streets or hitting the trails, the E26 is designed for comfort, power and that extra boost you need to go further. Both the E26 and the L20 are EU and UK compliant, keeping it legal so to avoid any crackdowns on illegal bikes. So stick with us while we check out the E26, and you can check out the video on the L20 by clicking up here or linked in the video notes. So stick with us. Don't forget to check out our other videos on everything campervan and motorhome related, from solar to water, heating to gadgets, tyres to trips. If you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up. It really does help me to know what you like, and you can ask any questions or give feedback in the comments. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos, please hit the subscribe button, and clicking the bell will give you a notification when a new video goes live. Finally, if you do decide to hit the thumbs down, it would be great if you could also leave a comment so I know what you didn't like. We're hearing more and more about crackdowns on bikes that are used on the public road in the UK and across Europe that don't meet the regulations. So we're sticking to those that do. And thankfully the E26 is one, because of its 250 watt motor, speed limiter and disabled throttle. However, you can enable the throttle and remove the speed limiter for off-road use, which is why we're here at the National Closed Road Circuit, so we can try it out in restricted and unrestricted mode. So stick with us so you can see what you get for your money. Let's start by looking at how the E26 compares to the range of Engwe bikes we've tried. You can see individual reviews of each of these bikes in our playlist linked here and in the video description. If you're looking for a light and folding commuter bike mainly for use on roads and cycle paths, then the P20 is probably the one to check out, being UK road legal with a super smooth belt drive, torque sensor controlled motor and hydraulic disc brakes. Getting more rugged, but heavier and bulkier, but still able to fold, you have the Engine X, again UK and EU compliant, with 7-speed Shimano gears. Its chunky, rugged looks and design and full suspension make it great if you tackle more off-road trails. If on-road compliance isn't important to you, then the Engine Pro 2 with its 1200 watt motor takes the Engine series to the next level, also adding hydraulic brakes and a bigger battery. The X24 has more all-terrain bike ergonomics, giving a dynamic riding position but still folding. Its 1200 watt motor means it's not fully UK and EU compliant for on-road use, but disc brakes, 8-speed gearing and powerful motor make it great for off-road use. It also has the option of a second battery, giving it superb range. The L20 is a rugged designed shopper style bike with easy step through design. It looks great, and with front and rear carry racks as standard, it's a great load carrier. The E26 is a similar riding style to the X24 but doesn't fold. But it's a great compromise between off-road fun and on-road compliance, as it's fully EU and UK compliant. It's available in both a step-through and high-step frame, so let's take a closer look at it. Its 250 watt motor, speed limiter and disabled throttle make it fully EU and UK compliant. Hydraulic disc brakes give it a smooth and precise stopping power, and 7-speed Shimano chainset give it good range of effort options. Its large battery can be charged in the bike or removed for security and to be charged remotely. Its front suspension and suspension seat give it a smooth ride even on the toughest of terrains. As usual, we're going to be trying it out around the closed road circuit track, allowing us to try it in fully compliant mode and unrestricted. Plus we'll also try it out without any power at all. So this is a bike I've been looking to try out for a while. It's big, it's heavy, it's robust, but in this lap we'll be running it round with power assistance on, but in UK compliant mode.
So the maximum speed it will assist me to is 15.5 miles an hour, and the throttle is disabled, so I have to be pedalling all the time I want the motor to be running. As soon as I stop pedalling, the motor will stop. So on the flat, I'm just keeping the speed just at around that 15 mile an hour mark, so that the motor keeps powered on and the bike's going along nicely. I'm now coming up to that steepest part of the track. Just in case I need to assist, I'm going to drop into a nice low gear, but I'm hoping, even though the bike is very heavy, that it will just about get me to the top. Yeah. And yeah, it's been able to. So now I can go back up the gears on the flat. I've now exceeded that 15 miles an hour speed limit and the motor has gone off. It is a lovely, comfy position on this bike. So now back on the flat, and the speed's dropped, and because of that, that engine's kicked, that motor's kicked back in. Of all the Engwe bikes that we've tested, this one definitely has the most dynamic riding position. So it feels just like a mountain bike from a positioning point of view. It's very comfortable to ride, but you know that if you wanted to put power on, you could. Rather than being sat on top of the bike like you are with some of the sit-up bikes, you're feeling part of the bike as you're going round, which makes it a lovely ride. I'm actually finding it quite hard to stop myself pedalling past the speed limit because of the dynamic position makes me want to pedal faster. But coming into the finish now, and it's a really smooth, enjoyable, power-assisted ride. Okay, so away we go on my favourite lap, the unrestricted lap. Now remember, I'm only able to do that because I'm here at this closed road circuit. This is not road legal. The speed limit has been disabled and the throttle has been enabled. So I don't have to pedal at all, and I'm doing 25.2 miles an hour. I'm easing off on this bend because it's quite tight. Okay, and now we're coming up to that steep part of the circuit. I'm going to try and get up it without any assistance. And with a bit of momentum from the speed coming into it, it's just done it, which is impressive for a 250 watt motor. Again, I'm going to have to ease off because some of these corners are quite tight. On the back straight, and you can probably hear from the wind noise, I'm still doing 25 miles an hour. And approaching the finish on a very, very easy ride. Okay, so setting off on my least favourite of laps, the completely manual. So all electric switched off, just relying on the 7-speed Shimano gears on quite a heavy bike. So I'm going to, on the flat, you know, I'm trundling along in 4. It is a very dynamic riding position of all the bikes from Engwe, so it is easier to get leg power into the bike, but it's still a beast to pedal. We're coming up to that steep section now. I will definitely be going down to the lowest possible gear, and I hope it is low. Oh my goodness me. So even in the lowest gear, it is a lot of effort to get this bike up this hill with no power assistance on. But it is doable. So we're at the top again, and we can drop down through the gears, get a bit more speed up going down the hill. So on the back straight, without any pedal or power assistance on, I'm in gear 4, and it's still quite an effort to keep it moving. Now, just do bear in mind, I'm kicking off the last bit of a flu bug at the moment, so my breathing is probably heavier than it would be normally. But those tyres got a lot of resistance, and it's a heavy bike. Just goes to show how that pedal assistance makes a huge difference to the way that you ride this bike, making it a pleasure to ride rather than a chore. And coming into the finish now. So it was hard work, but we managed it, and actually, given the weight of the bike, possibly not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Taking a look at the results of the laps, we can clearly see the difference in speed between the 3 settings, plus the level of effort needed, judging from my heart rate. Not surprisingly, the unrestricted lap gave us the highest average speed for the lowest effort, but the EU and UK compliant mode was a good compromise between effort and speed, while still being legal for on-road use. Whilst having the style of a commuter bike, the E26 is just at home, off the road or bike path, and with the addition of some luggage, it's great for those bike packing adventures. Traction from the chunky tyres and suspension make it an easy ride even on the rough stuff, though its 250 watt motor does need a bit of pedal assistance on steeper hills. Avoiding any risks of bogging down even on soft sand, those fat tyres spread the load well. So if you're looking for a larger bike with a dynamic riding position that is just as at home off-road as it is on, but is still EU and UK road compliant, then the E26 is a great choice for you. Check out the links in the video description for the latest offers and discounts. Thanks for watching our video, and as always, if you have any questions or feedback, please pop them in the comments below. If you find the video useful, please like, share and consider subscribing.